So I wonder, am I live? Hello. Okay, look. Hey, y'all. Happy Monday. Okay, so y'all know I am doing something new. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't go mess it up. Hold on. Let me see something. Okay, that's not it. Okay. I think that's where I'm at. Comment. Okay. So let me see. Overlay. Good morning. I hope y'all can see me. Okay, you can because I see G Dub. Hey, G Dub. How you doing? Okay, hold on, y'all. 1 second. Because this is new. So hold on. I hope everyone had a beautiful weekend. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm going to turn my sound down here so I don't get no echo. Hold on, hold on. 1 second. Okay. Hey, y'all. Okay, working while listening. Hey, happy Monday, y'all. What is going on? What is going on, beautiful people? Trying to see. Okay, I think I got everything. Good morning, Miss Beautiful Glenn. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, let me know that y'all can hear me because I'm on this new streaming app. So my sister Raw True hooked me up. So I said I was going to learn it. So this is my way to learn. I'm just jumping in. But hey, I hope everybody's been doing their positive affirmations. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Okay. Okay, loud and clear. Good. How y'all doing? I missed y'all. Look, I had took me a little breaky break. So I hadn't been on the internet in a few days, right? I haven't been on in a few days. So I'm going to be listening and packing. I'm packing so I can. Okay. Where you going now? I know you went to Cal. Did you go to California already, Miss Glenn? Or no? Or you packing to go to California to see your sister and your brother-in-law? Remember, I remember, Miss Glenn. I remember you saying that, Miss Glenn. I'm going to be listening. Okay, yeah, I read that. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm not going to be on here for a long time, just a short time. Okay. Set status here. How y'all doing though? Oh, you still in California. Okay, so you packing to go home. Okay. Well, how was your trip, Miss Glenn? Did you enjoy yourself? Did you enjoy yourself, Miss Glenn? I hope you enjoyed yourself, Miss Glenn. Hold on one second. Let me edit this. Okay. There we go. Hey, Tommy. Oh, fun, fun, fun. I know that's right, Miss Glenn. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I'm gonna get to California really, really soon. How y'all doing? I missed y'all. I miss my people. What's going on? I know y'all see my title. I know y'all see my title. Okay, so is compromising a bad thing? I just want to ask y'all, is compromising a bad thing? And that could be in any situation. It could be in a relationship, it could be in a friendship, it could be at your job, it could be, hi, Miss Sonia. It could be in a multitude of things. So, do y'all think compromising is a bad thing? Just let me know. If y'all think compromising is a bad thing, let me know. Because I feel like compromising is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing if it's not compromising your integrity. Let me just say that. Compromising shows that you can adjust and be, let me, how can I say this? It compromise, it can show that you, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? It just slipped my tongue. You can, you can agree. Let me just say you can agree on certain things. And you're not just stuck in one way of thinking. Let me just say that. You're not stuck in one way of thinking, and you can agree uh, to being equal or level headed, pretty much. I don't have on my glasses, so I don't know what I'm typing. Okay. Okay, you said no, it's not. Tamik said no, it's not. So, Tamik, I'm taking you out the bunch today. Why do you think compromising is not a bad thing? It depends on what it is. Exactly what I was saying. Off topic, TC Toya was asking you a question on her live. Reach out to her. Okay, because I missed it. I had to leave out to set up here because I'm on this new app thing, and then I got a call, so I had to go. Um, hey, hey, sister teacher, how you doing, sister teacher? I missed you. I've been off here for a couple of days, tending to my own business. You know what I'm saying? Giving myself a mental break and all that stuff. But compromising. I'll say a couple examples. Okay, just say for instance, you're in a relationship and uh your partner um basically needs you to compromise on something. Hey, beautiful Rashida, how y'all doing? What if your partner wants you to compromise on some things, but you're so stuck in yourself that you don't want to compromise? I think in certain relationships, and really in all relationship, you should be able to compromise if it's not messing with your integrity, right? Compromising doesn't mean that you're compromising and letting the other, because people feel like if they compromise, oh, I let them win, or, they got the best of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not it. Compromise just shows you that your way of thinking is a healthy way of thinking. You're willing to compromise to make the situation better, right? Sometimes, and I'm used as a job, and Tamik said, "Hey, Miss Nateria, hey, beautiful, how y'all doing?" Tamik said, "It depends on what it is. Also, I think have compromising means you're willing to work with the individual. In life, we have to learn to readjust." That's what Tamik, you said the word. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. Sometimes you have to adjust your way of thinking, people. When you adjust your way of thinking, that doesn't mean that you're bowing down to someone else. It just means that you could be level-headed, is what I'm trying to say. You could be level-headed and understand where another person is coming from. When you compromise with someone, especially like if you're having a disagreement on some things and you try to compromise, or they want you to compromise or see things in another light or in another aspect, they ask you, "Can you just compromise with me? Just compromise to make the situation better." You always want to compromise to make the situation better. You never want to compromise to make a situation worse. And that's when the integrity comes in. So as I was saying, I was talking about like jobs. Say, for instance, your boss, okay, I'm going to use my work, for example. I'm fully remote right now, right? Totally remote. But when I was not totally remote, during the pandemic, they set us all home because we couldn't be in the office for whatever reason. Hey, Miss Sandra, how you doing? Hey, Perfectly Imperfect, how y'all doing? I missed y'all. I'm glad y'all in here. Okay, but then they asked us, people got comfortable. I'm good listening at work. Okay, Miss Nateria. Okay, so they asked us to start coming back in on 2 days out the week, right? Okay, so now we got comfortable with being at home. So now we have to readjust into coming back into the office, right? So the compromise is, y'all don't have to come in 5 days a week, but you do have to come in at least 2 days a week. That's what you call a compromise, right? Even though you get set in your ways and you get comfortable or complacent with something, always be willing to compromise, because sometimes it could be for the better good. Good, I'm at work listening. Thank you. I'm glad y'all at work listening. But because you're so stuck and you may be bullheaded, you may just only want to think on one kind of in one aspect. No, we at home now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going back into the office. That could probably lead you into termination. You see what I'm saying? So if it's a compromise for the good, and then sometime when we was in the pandemic, being stuck in a house, thank you so much, Miss Sandra. If you stay stuck in a house for so long, it's good to get out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mind coming into the office 2 days a week because I was like, I needed to get out the house. I needed to, sometimes you have to adjust to change. It's not bad to adjust to change, especially if it's for the greater good. Exactly. You said that's definitely my mindset. You have to adjust to change. Nothing wrong with changing. But sometimes us as people, we get so stuck in the way that we think or the way that we behave that we don't want to compromise. So that's how sometimes relationships fall apart too. If you're not willing to compromise and you're just like, well, I'm gonna do it my way and I don't give a care. You know what I'm saying? Some people in relationships, what if, okay, I'm gonna use me and Bay for example. He don't do it, but I'm just gonna use it. Just say for instance, he go in the bathroom and he leave the toilet seat up. And he know I hate that because he know I got OCD. Right. So that's probably why he gonna do it in the first place. He said sometimes it's like sleeping with the enemy. I'm sorry, y'all. I have an extreme OCD problem. So some of my stuff may look, I don't plan on going back in office. Oh, okay. You're not going back. Girl, now because I moved, they was like, because I guess I had seniority because I've been with the company for 7.5 years. They was just like, I said, now if y'all need me to drive up, you know what I'm saying, at least one day a week or whatever, out the month, I could do that. They was like, psh, we just gonna make you total remote. I was like, fine, right? But yeah, I have extreme OCD. So yes, like my cabinets, let me tell you, everything is stacked perfectly and my canned goods are facing forward. So and I just do that so you'll know what you grabbing. You know what I'm saying? So all my canned goods are facing forward, right? All my canned goods are facing to the front so you can see if it's string beans or carrots, whatever. I have everything facing to the front so you can see, and it's neatly like I have the string beans in one lane, and then maybe the peas in one lane, and I'm sorry, y'all. And I wipe a lot. So, but just say for instance, he left the toilet seat up, and I keep having to put it down. Now, some things you will, you can adapt to in a relationship only if you like, okay, well, I know this is just him, so, or I know this is just her. I'm just gonna, whatever. Hey, friend, what's going on, Miss Judy? I'm so glad y'all speaking from Facebook because you know what? That's why I got this new streaming app because StreamYard wouldn't let y'all comment. So that was bothering me because I want my people to comment, right? Okay, so just say for instance, once again, I had to talk to him and say, look, I don't like the toilet seat up, right? So I'm gonna need you to compromise and make sure the toilet seat is down. What if I get up late at night and I don't use the lights or whatever and I have to use the bathroom? You want me to fall in? So that would have to be a compromise there. Okay, I know she don't like me leaving the toilet seat up, so let me put the toilet seat down. You see what I'm saying? So it is not for the bad. It wouldn't be for the bad. He wouldn't be compromising for the bad. He'll be compromising for the good. You see what I'm saying? So people, sometimes we have to realize in life, we're going to have to we're going to have to compromise. We're going to have to compromise. We're going to have to readjust. And I'm using that compromising for a term as far as our mind is concerned. We want to make sure that we make room for adjustments in our life. Everything is not always going to be the same. Everything is not always going to be the same. You're going to have to learn how to compromise. And that's just in every situation. My mentor said my niece does that with her cabinets too. I messed them up on purpose just to hear her. Now, sister teacher, why would you do that? What if she has OCD? Because that would be like that would be because sometimes when you stay with people, or you be around people or whatever, and they don't know that you have whatever what you have, sometimes it triggers us, right? It triggers us. So you can't do that, sister teacher. Don't be doing that, girl cabinets. That would be a trigger. But yeah, so I just when he noticed it, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like, yeah, okay, because he did my patio furniture when he came, and um I have this big this big umbrella that goes across the back. And the way that it's set up, even if it's an inch off, I'll see it or I'll notice it or I'll keep looking at it, right? And I said, I think we need to push that uh umbrella back. And he was like, if it goes back any further, it's gonna be, it's gonna block your door, whatever, whatever. And I said, I was just maybe like an inch, it just need to be moved back, maybe about just an inch back. I said, it could be my OCD. He said, yeah, girl, you need to cut it out. Leave that umbrella alone. So that's what I'm saying. It just, and then even you have to compromise when you're in a relationship on people's behaviors, right? If it's something that they need to change, of course, y'all can have a conversation and they need to change it. However, if that's just part of a person's makeup or their personality or their character, then you're going to have, if you really love that person, you're going to have to compromise on a lot of things. I'm going to use my mama for an example. Yes, Rashid. He said, like, sleeping with the enemy because, hi, cousin, what's going on? He said it was like sleeping with the enemy because all my candles, my cousin can tell you I have OCD too. Like, she could tell you, like I just like for stuff to be organized. You know what I'm saying? Or if a picture is a slight off, I'm gonna stand there and make sure if it's the I don't know. I don't know. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. But in life, you want to make sure that you are compromising. That just shows growth. You compromising and being able to adjust to certain things just shows your growth and how you move. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a bad thing to compromise. I just wanted to ask people because sometimes people feel like I'm not compromising. I am who I am, and that's just it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing it. That just shows you a person who doesn't have a growth mindset. We want to be operating in a growth mindset in order to be healthy and healed in our mind. We have to be able to have a growth mindset. So, with that, compromising is going to be a part of that. Compromising is going to be a part of that. And we don't want to allow ourselves to get stuck in a situation to where we feel like uh, we don't have room for elevation. We always want to have room for elevation. You feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I told you I wasn't going to be on here that long, but that I'll be back on Wednesday or Thursday because now I'm learning the app. And now that I know how to do it, I'm good. But y'all, I just want y'all to know that make sure you're able to compromise in any situation. And now I would say with job situation, a bad compromise would be if your boss tell you know the job, but he tells you to do it the wrong way, right? That can probably stunt your or mess up your integrity with the company. That's not a compromise you want to do. Or if you're in a relationship and a person wants you to, and they know that you're a clean person, but they want you to accept that they're a pig pen. That's not a good compromise either. So basically, you want to make sure that you're making compromise, you're making sacrifices, or you're making adjustments in your life to grow healthier. I'm always going to preach that. I'm always going to preach that. I want everybody to make sure that they're um, able to elevate in a healthy way, if that makes any sense. I'll be honest, I don't do much compromising. Why, sister teacher? Tell me why you don't do much compromising, sister teacher. Now, I'm not saying you have to compromise all the time. If you feel like you shouldn't compromise in a certain situation, then don't. But if it's going to be for the greater good, a little compromise is not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. As long as it's not messing with your integrity, compromising is not a bad thing. I just want people to know that, because a lot of people don't like to compromise. They don't. And they just feel like, well, this is just the way I am. Take it or leave it. And I don't care if you're 50 years old, if you're 60 years old, if you're 70, 80, 90 years old. It's always wrong for you to compromise. Sister teacher said, because I pride myself on being fair. But that's compromising. That's adjusting. That's adjusting, sister teacher. If you pride yourself on being fair, then that's a compromise, whether you know it or not. It is, sister teacher. if you pride yourself on being fair, then you're compromising, because with that, you have the ability to see things in everyone's aspect. Whatever someone is telling you, you want to be fair and listen to them and adjust, because you may not agree with them, sister teacher. You may not agree with them, mentor, but you're going to be fair still. See how that is? See how you just compromise? See how you just compromise, sister teacher? But we always want to make room for adjustment in our life, because our life don't stay the same. As long as we're growing, as long as we're living another day, always make room for adjustment, people. Okay? And I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for it. It's a way of life for me. I don't see it as a compromise. Okay. Okay, it's a way of life for you. Okay. I like how you said that. I like how you said that. You said it's a way of life for you. You don't see it as a compromise. Okay. So, have you always seen things fair, sister teacher? Let me ask you that question. Have you always seen things, or have you always seen yourself as being fair? Because if you have, then hey, because I was going to tell you, I was the type of person, I didn't like, I compromise. What was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this just me. And if you don't like it, that's your problem. So how would you say, I have learned to start compromising? And when you compromise, you listen more too. Sometimes when you're not willing to compromise, it's hard for you to hear if a person is expressing to you how they feel. It's hard. Okay. So T said, yeah, she always been like that. That's why you're a mentor. That's why you are a mentor, baby. But I just want people to understand that. Make sure that you're compromising sometime. You know what I'm saying? If you are a type of person that's kind of stuck in your ways and you don't want to hear no one else's opinion, or you don't feel like you can't make adjustments in your life, then you may want to change that. You may want to change that because one way of thinking is not a good way. You want to be able to, like Sister Teacher say, be fair, be understanding to other people, because everybody's not going to think like you, or everyone is not going to be like you. Just like I just used me as an example. You know what I'm saying? The boo is clean, but I think I'm a little I may be excessive. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I could let something sit for so long, and then my skin started itching, right? But I can't expect for him to be like me. You know what I'm saying? So that is a compromise, right? That's a compromise. Uh, he probably wouldn't put the canned goods all facing. He'll just make sure they're up there, right? But me, okay, that happened. I went to the grocery store and I was finna cook, but the excess stuff needed to be put up. I had to use the bathroom. When I came back, everything was put up. I was like, oh, dang, thank you. But then when I went in the cabinet, I said, okay, that's not right. He didn't do that right. And I went behind him and fixed it. But I compromised because I didn't say, look, you see that I got my canned goods facing this way. Why you even face them this way? You see how I got it. I didn't do that. I just went and just did it, went behind him and did it. But I appreciate that he put it up for me. You see what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with compromising, y'all. You said my ex wanted to remarry, but he didn't want to compromise and live separately. Sister Teacher, I don't know if you're trying to be funny or not. Sister Teacher, I don't know if you're trying to be funny or not, but yeah. Hey Niecy, how you doing, beautiful? But yeah, y'all, always be willing to compromise. Nothing wrong with compromise if it's in a good way. If it's in a good way, okay? Sister Teacher got me rolling tonight. Happy Monday, everybody, okay? I hope everyone had a beautiful weekend. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm going to come back on. I still have videos to edit because I wanted to show y'all. I had to redo my hair because the other hair that I had, it had like these blonde tips on it. And I'm going to show y'all. And it looked like baby doll hair, right? And I hated to see my hair looking like that. It looked like Malibu Barbie. I didn't like it, so I changed it. Good thing I have a whole bunch of hair here. So I was able to achieve this style. So, but I got some more videos to put up. Now that I know this streaming app works, I'm going to be using this. I'm probably going to come back live Wednesday or Thursday. I'll schedule it, but Wednesday or Thursday, and then we'll talk more of, we'll get into some relationship stuff if y'all want to. Yeah, nay. If y'all want to get into some relationship stuff, we can do that. Okay. But I just want everybody's mental health. I want your mental health to stay intact. Because in these days, in this time, you want to make sure that your mental health, that you're operating in a healthy mental state, if you can, if it's possible. You know what I mean? Also do your positive affirmations because that's going to help you as well. Doing positive affirmation changed the course of my day. I don't know about y'all, but if I do a positive affirmation, my whole day seems like it gets better. You say I'm not being funny. It's true. If you want me that bad, then you'll have as yours in separate homes. So many people are doing it. Sister Teacher, he want access to you all the time. He said he marrying you again. He want to have access to you all the time. Okay. You can't be doing that, Sister Teacher. Talking about you want to live in separate houses. No, Sister Teacher, it don't work like this. It don't work like that. He want to be with you 24/7. All right. He wants y'all under the same roof. That's why he said he wanted to marry you. Thank you, Sister Teacher. I appreciate you. I miss y'all. But I'm gonna start scheduling it now that I know how to work it. Thank you, Nisi. Now that I know how to start using this app, I'm going to make sure that I schedule more lives. And it's going to be a variety of stuff. It's definitely going to be positive mental health things and conversations that we can have. Also, relationships and stuff like that. We may get a little gutter. I could do that on this channel because I'm not monetized. So yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm over here so much on the YouTube side. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? But I want everybody to have a beautiful Monday. Make sure you do a positive affirmation. You hit that like button if you have not. Hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed to my channel. Just make sure you do. I'm going to be putting out some more vlogging videos as well. Some more cooking videos. Did I do a cooking video? I got a cooking video. I just need to edit it. Y'all, that editing ain't no joke. You know, sometimes that take time. I don't care if it's 10 minutes. You have to edit perfectly. Or sometimes the voice could be delayed or it's a lot to it. But I need to edit it so I can get this stuff out my phone. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for watching me. Thank y'all for watching this live. You said he can have access anytime. He has my key, password, and my very personal information. He can come without. Okay, Sister Teacher, but that might not be the same for him. That might not be the same for him. He wants you all the time, Sister Teacher. Okay? That's just it, Sister Teacher. Now, you sounded like you stuck in your ways, Sister Teacher. Like, yeah, we can be together, but I don't want you in my space. How's that, Sister Teacher? Like, I'll be in a relationship with you, but you can't be in my space. Sister Teacher. Don't do that man like that. Don't do him like that. But I love y'all so much. And I want y'all to have a good day, okay? And I'll be back Wednesday or Thursday with another beautiful live, okay? Peace, y'all. Y'all have a good day today. Peace.